Yeah, the breaking news is significant transfer breaking news.
Can be the ideal target for United. The two names that Man United internally consider as fantastic options are Aurelien Tchouameni, but I told you the problem is the salary, and at the moment no green light from Real Madrid, and also Alex Scott is also highly rated by Arsenal and by Manchester United. Alex Scott has many clubs around him this summer, but Bournemouth insists they want to keep the player and they want to offer him a new contract. Let's see if Bournemouth will be able to keep him, because one thing is to say that, one thing is in the next 2 months resist in case they receive big proposals, but Alex Scott is one of the players considered internally by Arsenal and by Man United. Both clubs like him. At the moment, from Bournemouth is no, he's not leaving. But in case they open doors to an exit for big money, we have to follow these two clubs, keen eventually on Alex Scott.
And Alex Scott remain very high on their list of midfield targets. They've missed out on Mateus Fernandes. He's joining Tottenham. We've seen Elliot Anderson go to Manchester City. Sandro Tonali will be confirmed very soon as a Spurs player as well. And we know midfield is the priority for Manchester United in this transfer window. So I mentioned those two players there. In terms of other players on this list, Felix Mecha, Ayoub Boadi, Sander Berge at Fulham and Eduardo Camavinga at Real Madrid. Now, the situation around the two Real Madrid players is slightly confused here because Real Madrid themselves are looking for a revamp in midfield this summer. So if they are to bring in a midfielder, we know they've been looking at the likes of Rodri. They put out a statement about Enzo Fernandez, which we'll get onto later today. But if there is room for them to move on one midfielder, it's felt Camavinga could be the player who departs. So that could be a potential alternative for Manchester United. But it feels like Alex Scott and Tchouameni are two of the top targets right now.
Manchester United's pursuit of midfield reinforcements continues to generate significant discussion, with Bournemouth's highly rated youngster Alex Scott emerging as one of the names most frequently linked with a move to Old Trafford. As the summer transfer window gathers pace, the speculation surrounding the talented English midfielder has only intensified, although there has been no official confirmation from either Manchester United or at FC Bournemouth that negotiations have reached an advanced stage. Scott has established himself as one of the Premier League's brightest young midfielders thanks to his intelligence on the ball, impressive passing range, and tireless work ethic. Despite his age, he has consistently demonstrated maturity beyond his years, earning praise for his ability to dictate the tempo of matches, carry the ball through midfield, and contribute both defensively and offensively. Reports linking Scott with Manchester United have excited supporters eager to see further improvements to the squad ahead of the new season. Following a period of restructuring within the club, United continue to be associated with several young talents who fit the profile of players capable of contributing immediately while also developing into long-term stars. Scott's versatility, which allows him to operate as a central midfielder, attacking midfielder, or deeper playmaker, has only strengthened arguments that he could be an ideal addition. Across social media, Manchester United supporters have been actively discussing how the Bournemouth midfielder could fit into the team's system. Many believe his composure under pressure, creativity, and willingness to work without the ball would complement the club's current midfield options. Others see him as a long-term investment, who could become an important figure for years to come. For Bournemouth, Scott remains an important player, and the club would likely be reluctant to part with one of their most promising talents, unless a significant offer was received. No agreement, medical, or official announcement has been confirmed by either club. Nevertheless, the growing speculation highlights Manchester United's continued focus on strengthening the squad with talented young players capable of shaping the club's future. With plenty of time remaining in the transfer window, supporters will be watching closely for further developments. Whether Alex Scott eventually arrives at Old Trafford or remains at Bournemouth, his future is likely to remain one of the most closely followed stories of the summer. Until official confirmation arrives, fans should treat the ongoing reports as speculation rather than a completed transfer.